aviation. I said it before now, and I've proved it to the entire world. People were blaming President Bola Tinubu. It was, I mean...
Yeah, let me just quickly chip in into this section of the interview. We need to establish a fact in our minds. Nigeria's dollar foreign exchange issues, economic issues, dates back to the post-independence period, after the oil boom, after the civil war of the country. The country was not well managed at all, and plans were not being made for future generations. The population was increasing sporadically, and successive governments did not do anything. Everything was just going down the drain. So down to what he's trying to say now, with this problem of exchange rate, if it's actually going to be changed, or if there's going to be stability with Nigeria's naira to foreign currencies, the solution will come from people like this, who are indigenous entrepreneurs, who are actually creating solutions to the local problem Nigeria has. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. And this video, I'm actually taking a second look at another video about the CEO and founder of Airpeace. Alright, the very first one was when one of these YouTube creators, content creators, Wodemaya, interviewed the CEO. So today we're going to be looking at some of the challenges he's facing and how he's been able to overcome these challenges.
Dynamic landscape of the aviation sector and its profound ripple effect on the economy, particularly in Nigeria. Since the momentous launch of Airpeace Airlines Lagos to London route, we have witnessed a seismic shift in both air travel accessibility and economic dynamics. The introduction of this route has not only expanded travel opportunities for Nigerians, but has also sparked a notable impact on airfare prices as more carriers compete in this lucrative route. We've observed a gradual decline in ticket prices, making international travel more affordable now for passengers. However, beyond the immediate implications for travelers, the ramifications extend deep into the aviation and economy sectors. The increased competition fosters innovation and efficiency within the aviation industry, while simultaneously stimulating economic growth through enhanced connectivity and trade opportunities. Tonight, we explore the multifaceted impact of this development on the Nigerian aviation and the broader economy. I'm being joined by the proprietor and the CEO of Airpeace Airline, Mr. Alan Oyema. Thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
We need to roll the drums and perhaps what they didn't do to your aircraft in Gatwick. Traditionally, they're supposed to give you a water salute, but that didn't happen. Would have given you a water salute, but you've been so wet on national television. But kudos, congratulations on that achievement. When we see one of our own locally doing something good, we must together join our voices to say kudos, congratulations, Mr. Oyema.
Thank you very much.
What has been the experience though?
Well, I have to say not just congratulations to Airpeace or Alan Oyema, but congratulations to Nigeria. Congratulations to the government of the day and all women people of Nigeria. This country has been fleeced over time, and I'm a student of...
Yeah, he's talking of being fleeced. Oh boy, I wouldn't want to go into details about Nigeria's being fleeced by certain people in the international community.
Martin Luther King, who says that unless you bend, no one writes you. We've bent for them for so many years. This is the time for everybody to stand up right, so that nobody will write you. What we did in the last 3 weeks and what is happening now is an eye-opener to everyone. That nobody can come and make your bed for you. We have to make that bed ourselves. And
as the saying goes, As you lay your bed, so you lie on it.
Wherever you make it, so shall you lie on it. The situation where we allow this to happen for over 20 years now, or since the nation was born, is unacceptable.
I mean, when you say there are those who will say, oh, it's a fit for airpeace, and airpeace is going to make making the money. But when you say that congratulations to Nigeria and Nigerians and to the government, what do you mean? What benefit does it have for Nigeria and Nigerians?
Yes, like I've always said in the past couple of days, it's no longer airpeace. Airpeace belongs to over 220 million Nigerians. What airpeace did 2 weeks ago is benefiting the entire population of Nigeria, benefiting the government of the day, is benefiting the people of the day. For example, you were paying 15 to 17 million naira for business class going to the UK 6 hours flight, paying about 6 million for premium economy and about 4 to 5 million for the economy. So 6 hours flight before now. Unacceptable. Then you go over to Ghana, you go over to Lome, you fly cheaper, more than half the price. You go to South Africa, 9 hours from Johannesburg to the UK, you pay less. Now, the direct airlines, we are taking 17 million business class, 15 million business class, 6 million economy, 5 million economy. Those who are going indirect, when you start going to Qatar, 8 hours, you suffer some 3 hours delay over there, or layover. Then you go to do another 8 hours to London just because you want to cut the cost. You go to Ethiopia, some 5 hours, you stay there for about 3 hours, you do another 6 hours or thereabout to the UK. You go to Morocco, you go to Egypt. In fact, Nigerians had even started going to South Africa 6 hours down the line, then you come up and fly over Nigeria 9 hours.
How?
They were suffering. They were paying through their noses. Even the indirect airlines also cashed in on this because they were offering business class for 8 million. Nigerians were, oh, this one is cheaper. They were offering economy for, say, 4 million or 3 million. Oh, this one is cheaper. Then Airpeace came on board. Airpeace could have, even for patriotism and that nationalistic instincts in Airpeace, of principles in Airpeace, we could have done 10 million business class. And Nigerians would clap. They say, oh, Airpeace is cheaper. Would have cashed in on it.
How much did you charge for business class?
4 million.
How much did you charge for first class?
1.5.
Wow. And economy, premium economy?
Economy 1.2 million, starting from 1.2 million. So we brought it down. Remember, the foreign airlines told you that was because of dollar, the exchange rate. They were selling so much. So apart from our people paying through their noses, another thing this did to the economy. This dollar problem was not Tinubu's creation. I said it before now, and I've proved it to the entire world. People were blaming President Bola Tinubu. It was, I mean...
Yeah, let me just quickly chip into this section of the interview. We need to establish a fact in our minds. Nigeria's dollar foreign exchange issues, economic issues, dates back to the post-independence period, after the oil boom, after the civil war of the country. The country was not well managed at all, and plans were not being made for future generations. The population was increasing sporadically, and successive governments did not do anything. Everything was just going down the drain. So down to what he's trying to say now, with this problem of exchange rate, if it's actually going to be changed, or if there's going to be stability with Nigeria's naira to foreign currencies, the solution will come from people like this, who are indigenous entrepreneurs, who are actually creating solutions to the local problem Nigeria has. And you can just imagine, this is just the beginning of the interview, and you can see how this intelligent man is breaking down the scenarios, the current scenarios that the country is in, and solution that he's bringing to the table.
A play of both internal and external these airlines were taking into the market a lot of money, chasing dollar every day, buying at any amount.
So they are always complaining that their monies are trapped.
I'm coming.
Now, in the future, I'm going to make another review of one of my publications I made in 2018. I actually used machine learning, artificial intelligence, machine learning to work on certain data sets, like CBN's published data sets on their official website. I actually have the GitHub to this particular analysis I'm talking about. Now, I use logistic regression and support vector machine learning to evaluate what the naira will be forecast, more than 2 years before the devaluation of the naira in 2020 2021. All right, so I'm going to link down the GitHub in one of my videos. You just watch out for it, because this video and the publication that is already on my website did analyze the real causes and the solution, the cause effect and the solutions to this foreign exchange currency debacle that the country has been for a very long time.
I'm coming. This is no longer CBN now. They take their money from their commercial banks, go out there in the market, buying dollar at any rate. And that was putting a strain on the naira. Now, APs did this. Everybody came crashing from 17 million to 5 million. Dollar did not change. Using dollar as reason for whatever they were doing to us. The dollar didn't change overnight. Yeah, they came down to 5 million. Now they're even selling, they're underpricing now. So advertising $350. So that's why I said straight to you. Exactly. That's why I'm saying congratulations to Nigeria on two levels. One is you no longer don't have to sell your house to fly to the UK anymore. Two, the dollar has come crashing. We've proved that if only we are patriotic in this country, we cannot do it.
Yes.
Not for the government alone to do. Play your part. That's why I'm saying congratulations, Nigerians, because this country, we've achieved something collectively as Nigerians.
All right.
And the government has been supporting
One of the things, of course, as you can see on the screen, is that this is a brand new Boeing aircraft. One of those aircrafts that AP said they've purchased, perhaps a kind of similar experience that you probably will get on some other airlines is what APC is giving. And so then the question is that those who will say, Mr. Yema, don't rejoice too yet, because what you have just raised is those experts who have said, we've seen other Nigerian-owned airlines who have gone through this route and frustrated out of the market. The same strategy is being employed right now by some of those foreign airlines to drop the price so that people will now leave airpeace and go to those foreign airlines. Are you aware of those tactics?
Of course. There's a very devilish conspiracy. All of a sudden, people airlines are underpricing.
I like the way the pragmatism of this man, the CEO of Airpeace, is actually he's straight down to the core.
Underpricing, that is below the cost.
Yes, in the space of 1 month.
Yes, not up to a month. One other airline was advertising $100, another one $305, $350. If you fill up the entire aircraft and carry people on the wings, it's not even enough to buy your fuel. So why are they doing that? Their governments are supporting them. Because Nigeria has been a cash cow for everybody.
A cash cow? Well, that sounds familiar.
Their governments are supporting them.
They come here, they fleece the country. They even have opportunity to fly just around the country.
Yes.
The way we not as a country, you're not there.
So their governments are supporting them to do this and take a piece out. The idea is to take a piece out, and the moment they succeed in taking a piece out, Nigerians will pay 20 times over. Once again, it's going to happen if, God forbid, they're able to take a piece out. Because what is happening now is scary. And of course, even in Gatwick where you are you given 100% cooperation? Let me tell you this. On the first day, on the inaugural flight out of London, 24 hours to the time they moved us to another check-in area other than the place assigned to us. The place they gave us, the carousel was not working. So when you check in people, you need to manually carry the load to go to 50 meters away to go and drop it somewhere else, just to delay you. No other airline faced that.
Straight to operation.
Exactly, no other airline faced that.
And the fact that
they can even use your ground handlers.
they didn't even allow you they didn't permit you to land in Heathrow. To operate in Heathrow.
Of course, that one is, they will tell you no slot. Even Gatwick, when we got to Gatwick, we now said, okay, let us take Gatwick. They say, oh, no slot available. When we pushed and pushed, they gave us scattered slots. Today, 3 p.m., next day, 2 a.m., the next day. Who does that? So Festus Kayamo had to went to London with us, and to warn them, if you continue on these stupid, foolish acts, the government of Nigeria will surely retaliate. And this is from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who will retaliate.
So the government of Nigeria has solidly backed
Of course. I said that before the President during the iftar. That is the truth. The government of Nigeria is behind APs, making sure that the government has...
You know, we need to learn to support our own. It's one of the key notes that we need to understand in this video interview. Supporting your own, beginning from yourself. You need to have self-confidence, self-esteem. All right. So your esteem should not be determined by someone's biased or distorted view or storyline about you. It should be your own definition. You define yourself. You state your terms and you stick to it.
To do more now. That is evident. There is maybe an unofficial statement about taking this airline. Because when you charge 350, I've told you, fill up every seat, put passengers on the wings of the aircraft. You can never fear that particular.
I see the flag of Nigeria, the map of the flag of Nigeria on most of Airpeace airline, and it gives some sense of pride
because we are flag carrier.
And that's a lot of people will say the British Airways is not owned by the British government. The Virgin Airline is not owned by the British government.
No.
But the government in that country will back it and will support it and make sure that nothing happens to these airlines.
Because they're British investment.
Yeah.
They create jobs for their people.
So this is a Nigerian investment.
This is a Nigerian investment.
And for
thousands of people, thousands.
One of the rare times we are seeing the government pushing and also supporting this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said in a rare time we're seeing a government supporting a private interest for the sake of Nigerians.
Yeah, you saw Bayo Onanuga the other day telling Festus Kayamo that if anybody tries to disrupt AP's operations from within, sack immediately. That gave me hope. So the government of President Bola Tinubu is behind us. I'm here. I'm sure after the Senate celebrations, I'll be meeting with government to see how we can help. It's not just APs alone. Anything we do now is for the entire Nigerian aviation industry to succeed. If they take out APs prematurely, this country will pay dearly for it. 10 times over, quote me, billions will be lost. There will be another heavy strain on the Naira. Remember, it's only yours that can save. I invite other Nigerian airlines to join the fray. Let them come. Let all of us do international operations. Yes, it's very, very dirty. International air politics is very dirty. But somebody has to pay the price. Like people say, oh, the London route is the most lucrative. No, it is not the most lucrative route. It is not. It has been the most lucrative.
And please, let's not forget, this man is a lawyer, he's a barrister with a very excellent and intelligent mindset for business. And this is a very, very good combination.
There was no competition, and there was this unspoken alliance amongst airlines coming to Nigeria to charge any amount. So it became very lucrative for them. Now that APs are entered the fray, it's no longer lucrative for APs, it's no longer lucrative for them, because the fares have been so drastically brought down, and their governments are supporting them for them to be able to do what they are doing. They're taking APs out of the market. So we need our government to come out and see what they can do to support. If it is a reduction of charges that we pay, we do it. Their own people are supporting them. We cannot be left to go in on
what will be the way forward? You're ready for this politics. You know that it is a very dirty arena and you need to be tough to be able to. And on behalf of millions of Nigerians, we at Channels Television, we're a private entity and we're also supporting you, giving the backing and supporting, looking at another private interest, and we're saying kudos to you. You are making us proud, just as every private organization in Nigeria should make Nigeria proud. And we say kudos to you. And when we wonder, what is the next step? What is the way forward? How do we guarantee that Airpeace has come to stay on this international route for the sake of Nigerians?
Yes, first of all, I have to say this to you. I know why they are all scared of Airpeace. You know why? Airpeace is in the UK bona fide. We passed the TCO audit. So we are not just there doing wet lease. We're not going into the UK on the back of wet lease operations only. No, we are there bona fide as of right. They came audited us. We passed their TCO audit, which is very, very stringent. It's all about safety. We passed it, so we got that TCO approval, which most airlines from Nigeria in the past never got. So they depended on wet lease. And when you depend on wet lease, I'm telling you, you're going to wet lease an airline from an airline over there. Whenever they wake up and want to deal with you, they use that lessor and take you out. The lessor will one day wake up and say, oh, we cannot continue with this. That is the end of your business. And they give the cost of wet leasing is so high. That's the reason Festus Keyamo went to Airbus to seek collaboration.
And let me state here that African-owned businesses need to have support of the governments in Africa, because this will help them to grow.
Nigerian airlines could start getting leased aircraft. All these airlines all over the world, they don't own their planes. Give it to Nigerian airlines. We own our planes. I own all the over 34 airplanes Airpeace has bought. 100%. 100%. We own them. We purchase them. With the ones that are still on order, it's not supposed to be so. All these big airlines you see all over the world, name them, all of them, no exception, they don't own those aircraft. What they do is that they make orders from Boeing or Airbus or from Embraer. A lessor, a financier comes in, pays for it and leases it to them. And maybe for 17 years or 15 years, they've been paying lease rentals back to the lessor. At the end of the lease, the lease period, the lessor will take the aircraft back and maybe sell or renew the lease. So it is very easy for them to build capacity. But over here, we have to confront money, just like you want to buy your house, you have to carry every money. And the banking system in this country should come up and do real banking, not making money for the owners. They should come out and do real banking, not about airlines alone. When you system is frustrating, exactly. When you go to Canada, the banking staff is KPI. It's not about how many big men did you attract to the bank, or about how much you're able to bring into the bank. It's about how many people you have been able to give loans to at the end of the year. If you stay abroad, every morning you see leaflets coming to your house from the banks. Come and take loan. They make the society so easy. It's different in my country, whereby the banks are not really disbursing loans to businesses. They need to stand up. I said it the other day during the Easter with Mr. President. Let all of us help this government. We have a government now. Until another election, let's make sure the government succeeds. The only way to make the government succeed is not by lip service. No small sphere. Do that could touch the lives of the people. When the people are happy, it rubs off on the government of the day. That's the best way to do things.
Mr. Festus,
so the banks are needed to come in for this financing aspect of aviation. You have insurance. I don't have anything to fear.
That will not frustrate and
exactly
strain the businesses. Mr. Festus Keyamo said part of his ministry's plan is to create Aeropolis, where there will be a community where everything that has to do with the airports and all what have you will be created. Nigeria doesn't have any of those, because you go to Atlanta, Delta, you go to Frankfurt, Lufthansa, you go to Dubai, Emirates. There are these airports and infrastructures, or these airlines and infrastructure are typified to them. They are thrive?
Well, Mr. Kiamo has been talking about this Erythropolis. What we had before, there was no plan. We didn't meet any plan, as he said. What I'm trying to do is now is to bring in experts to design this Erythropolis, because it's not just about airlines alone. You have the hotels, you have the banks, you have the rail, you have the land transport, and all of them, keen into the Erythropolis. So it has to be designed. But then the banking system and the financial world must also be ready to develop this infrastructure. The present infrastructure is debilitating and is discouraging. So the government is saying they're going to do something about it. I think they've said about doing it, and they need every encouragement they can get to do that. If Mr. Kiamo can do that, that is kudos to the government. But the most important aspect is this leasing that he went out there in France to look for. If he can succeed in getting Nigerian Airlines to be able to access dry lease as against wet lease, that will help the industry so much. And going to the UK, you asked the question the other time, how do we intend to sustain the tempo? We in APs, we can play our part, but I keep on saying the government has a huge part to play. We are in the market now trying to buy more 777s to make sure we have enough. Because remember, APs is doing Guangzhou, China. Every Wednesday we are doing India too. We are doing Saudi Arabia, South Africa, and Dubai is about to happen again. And now we are doing London, which is a piece of cake, just 6 hours. Airpeace flies about 160 hours daily in this country. 160 hours of flying, unblemished daily. So this noise about London.
You have to deal with Embraer.
Yes,
you are dealing with Embraer. You have Boeing.
Of course, on brand new planes. So this question about how can he fly to London, I wonder. Airpeace flies 14 hours non-stop to Guangzhou, and the plane lands. Within 2 hours, that same plane takes off, start coming back another 14 or 15 hours non-stop. So why do you want to? Why can't we take ourselves away from that slave mentality that our own cannot do?
Mr. Onyema, let me ask you, and frankly speaking, because
this guy is very, very brilliant. He keeps mentioning the aspect of slave mentality. I think it's something that really needs to be critically looked at, because a lot of Africans still have these things subconsciously ingrained into them. I was teaching in a school last year, and I overheard one of the school administrators saying they shouldn't speak African languages in the school. That is vernacular, or that is it's not correct language and all that. How can we be disposing of our local languages? This is wrong. You should not. In fact, technology taught in the local language is much more effective than in a foreign language. This man is indigenous to Nigeria and is actually making impact, one of the biggest impact in in the space of aerospace and flights. So these are things that we should look at. We need to look inwards so that we can make the most impact outwards.
Imagine the president is watching, the whole nation is watching right now, and let's get together as a people. What do you fear the most? What is your biggest fear about what you have put your hands on in terms of these routes?
Well, if it comes to the UK rule, I know it's not a child's play. It's not easy to take food away from somebody and you expect the person to lie on the ground for you.
You expect them that they will fight back.
They are already fighting back. I tell you one thing. Every day, APs will posted 100% on-time departure from Nigeria. 100%. We make sure we push out before time. We've always been landing in the UK on time and before the time. We've never landed after the time. We've always landed before the time. There are some windows you're allowed to land before the time. You even have a window to maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes after the time. We never landed on the time. We landed before the time at all times. But what happens out of UK? We've not let UK frustrate you in all
You
ways.
think a government-to-government bilateral talks can resolve
Of
this?
course. We are compiling a whole dossier of what has happened in the last 1 week for the federal government of Nigeria to step in. Because remember, there are this 820 principle. If you don't achieve 80% on-time departure out of that place, you are stopped from coming in again.
And you
So
know what?
they will use that to say you can't come in again. Now every time the ground handler, they can use the ground handlers, they can even use your catering, they can use sometimes the other day we finished boarding for 20 minutes.
You know, this man's analysis reminds me of black-owned businesses in the US. There's a place they call the Black Wall Street. I think it's Tulsa, somewhere in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all that. That was one of the historical black-owned businesses that was raised down by certain people that just didn't like people of African descent rising. But nobody is above God's power and what God can do. God, when He lifts you up, no one can put you down.
If they were looking for ground handlers everywhere, you couldn't see the ground handlers to load one of the craters into the aircraft. And when they come, no reason will be given to you. No reason whatsoever. I've told you the one of giving us a carousel where a dead carousel. We needed to be carrying our load. And when we got to the boarding gate, they said, oh, the system collapsed.
Also,
the IT collapsed.
So
the government needs
Wait, how can the IT collapse at such a moment and time as that? It's strange. It's pretty strange, and it's not supposed to be something to wave off with the hand.
know this.
And the government let them know
that if you stop APs any day, because government has to look at our operational out of Nigeria to the UK. 100%. 100%. So what is
going on there?
What is going
so
on
there are those, Mr. Yema, saying that it is not only Festus Sekeyamo because he's in charge of aviation. That those who are asking the Minister of Foreign Affairs
and Trade,
the Minister of Trade and Investment to also stand up and ensure the safety of Nigeria's business interests in those countries. Because at the end of the day, they will find some excuse and come after airpeace if this is not done, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's not done, but they will do that. But you remember when we did our inaugural flight, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Trade, they were out there to show support that this is a Nigerian project. It's not about airpeace now. It's a Nigerian project. I'm really, once I've always been proud of my nation, but I became prouder of being called a Nigerian. The way the present government came out, rallied around Keyamo when they fought against the slot regime they were giving us. Now, Minister of Trade also came on board, Foreign Affairs came on board, and they are doing that. Look at the Nigerian High Commission in the UK. The Acting High Commission had made sure APs were on the billboards. All the buildings surrounding that place, they were littered with videos of APs coming to London. And we've never had it so good. Never had it so good. The support from President Tinubu's government was massive, and I thank him.
Mr. Allen Onyema, we can only wish you the best. I mean, just when I was about entering the studio, I saw a videotape of the pastor in Lagos, Pastor Wole Oladiyo, having a special prayer for you.
Oh, another one, not a difference.
No, this is a pastor in Lagos, Wole Oladiyo, who organized a special prayer for you. And there's individuals also who are wishing you well.
So shall we may allow me to say something? Pastor Deforasi, where is he from? He's a Yoruba man.
Yeah.
The one
Oladiyo from Osun State.
He's a Yoruba man.
Yeah.
Jide Yanuwara.
Yeah.
He's a Yoruba man. Jide Yanuwara that wrote the first piece warning Nigerians about what he saw in Gatwick, about the deliberate antics those who are trying to bring to bear on airpeace, and warn Nigerians you must stick with airpeace, that whatever happens, you must stick with airpeace. And he was the first person to do massive positive review. And what does that show? Because one Yoruba man talked about the Isiagu dress, and people were, see,
I don't even want to go into
99% of Nigerians, Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas or Fulanis or Birom, Shekiri, whatever. All the Galas, all of them support peace. The fact that one single person just in his hand tweeted some silly comments don't distract. So people should not bother about that.
Look, on this note, the whole nation is behind you. Yeah. We're supporting you, and here at Challenge Television, we're also rooting for you to.
I like this saying that says, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" And I think this is one of the bottom lines for this man. And I'm so happy that the Nigerian government and every other person is supporting him. At Hands On Labs, I'm also supporting this man. This man is an inspiration, and I'm also featuring his video on my channel as a support to entrepreneurship skill sets development in Nigeria. You know, both digital, marketing, business, educational skill sets. These are skill sets that will take us from the lowest position to the zenith position.
To succeed, when you succeed, all of us succeed.
Yes.
All the best. Congratulations again, Mr. Allen Onyema, proprietor and CEO of Airpeace. Thank you.
So that's just about all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, cheers and all the best.